Gene Clark had manifested significant habits of using cigarettes, drugs, and drinking alcohol from an early age. His addictions were exacerbated by mental health issues, including stage fright, panic attacks, aviophobia, also known as a fear of flying, and possible undiagnosed bipolar disorder, which insinuated his compulsions to self-medicate. In early 1966, Clark voluntarily left the Byrds due to growing turmoil with the group. He would briefly return to the group in 1967 as a replacement for David Crosby, only to leave again after less than a month later due to a panic attack he suffered while in Minneapolis, Minnesota. By the 1970s, Clark's substance abuse and poor management of his mental health had become a prominent source of conflict with his wife Carly Lynn McCummings. This led to McCummings filing for divorce and taking custody of Clark's two sons, Kai and Kelly. She then moved to Hawaii to distance herself further from Clark. Her turbulent relationship with McCummings inspired Clark's 1977 album titled, Two Sides to Every Story. Clark later moved to Hawaii also in an attempt to rid himself of his addictions. He returned to Los Angeles, California, at the end of 1981. Despite this rehabilitation attempt, Clark's addictions persisted, particularly his addiction to alcohol. His alcohol consumption resulted in the formation of painful abdominal ulcers. These ulcers were operated on in 1988, which resulted in the removal of portions of Clark's stomach and intestines. Gene Clark would continue to drink alcohol and use drugs to excess, going on repeated periods of binge drinking and drug abuse followed by abstinence over several week intervals until his death. In 1991, Clark was diagnosed with a cancer that originated in his throat region. Funded by an income from royalties, Clark would continue to drink and use drugs heavily after his cancer diagnosis. At the time of his death, Clark's weight was down to 130 pounds. On May 24, 1991, Gene Clark was discovered dead at his rented home in Sherman Oaks, California. Clark was just 46 years old. His death was initially reported to be due to natural causes, later being revealed to be due to heart disease brought on by the effects of a bleeding ulcer. His long-standing addictions were determined to be significant contributing factors in his death. Gene Clark's grave is located in St. Andrew's Catholic Cemetery in Tipton, Missouri.